Freaking Bo Jackson already. You love to see it. Happy Thursday, friends. Welcome to Agency Therapy. Hope you guys are doing well. If you've missed out on the last few agency therapies, man, you guys freaking missed out. But don't worry, they're all recorded. They're all on YouTube, so you can go back, rewatch those. And if you missed any of them before, they're foundational to where we're going today with creating offers. So if you're just joining us, stay around. If you haven't watched the other ones, go back at a certain point and go rewatch some of those because they will be helpful, especially if you're just kind of getting your agency off the ground, getting a little bit of traction. And even if your agency is going and it's cranking on all cylinders, I can almost guarantee that there are little finite points that you can do to utilize in your own agency that you can utilize to bolster your agency and continue to grow your agency and your infrastructure. So with that being said, stay tuned. Oh, is my mic off?
Yes.
Oh. Gee, boy.
It's not good though.
Let me see. Why is my audio off? It shouldn't be off. Are you muted?
Like the live quality is.
It sounds like it's a computer.
Yeah.
Audio
Like
off.
it's not coming through your mic.
Are you muted?
Like the live quality.
Okay, give me 2 seconds and we'll fix it. Mic is 100% off. All right, Eli. Let me check it out. Microphone. What the heck? Hold up. Check sound input settings. I will do that. Yeah, it should be going through my crispy app. Run it back. 2 seconds. Damn, 10 people in here already. Let's go.
How many?
10. All right, let me see here. Okay, what about now? Is that any better? Good?
Yeah.
Green light, thumbs up
Yep.
all around. Give me some thumbs up in the chat. Thumbs up in the chat if we're sounding crisp. I don't know why my crisp app turned off. All my audio settings kind of run through that. So I think there was just some weirdness going on there. All right, let's just friggin' start from the beginning, guys. Let's just clean slate, you know. So for those of you that are just joining us for the very first time, welcome to Agency Therapy. We're super stoked to have you. If you've missed the last few streams, we've been kind of going down this series of building a 7-figure SMMA from scratch. And today we're covering creating your offer. But if you missed some of the stuff before, you should go back and watch those at a certain point. Really important concepts. And if you guys are just getting started with your agency, it's even more important that you go back and watch those. And if you guys are currently actively running an agency, awesome. Those past live streams still apply to you. Be missing some of the more important points. Okay. Dude, I don't know why my mic, it literally says my mic keeps switching. So I don't know why it keeps doing that. So hopefully I sound okay. Yeah, it's still coming through on my side. All right. So you guys, if you missed those, go back, watch them at some point. Not right now. Wait. Okay. Because we're going to be going through some cool stuff today. We're talking offer creation. We're talking crafting the perfect offer. If you guys saw the thumbnail, little Alex Hermosi, and I will preface this video specifically that a lot of the concepts that I'm going to be bringing you today are not my own. They are from other people, especially Alex Hermosi. I mean, the dude literally wrote the playbook on this. So if you guys have not checked out $100 million offers, 100% you should go check out that book. It is a short read. It's super quick and it will 100% help you craft an offer. But I'm going to be picking and pulling specific pieces that are a little bit more applicable to agencies. And I think this is really important to kind of decipher from the book because the book was kind of made specifically for like a general and broad audience. He's not talking directly to agency owners in this book. So I think there's some clarification, some items that you kind of pick and pull from the book in order to create an exceptional offer for your agency. And we're going to do that for the fake agency that we're currently building for myself, right? And you guys can take these concepts and run with them as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll hit the share screen. That way you guys can jump in and kind of see what I'm presenting here. Okay. So we have 2 phases today that we're going to be covering inside of the offer creation. All right. We got a little phase 1, phase 2. Okay. This is what we're looking at from a broad view today, the macro view. All right. But let's jump into micro right away. Of course, we have the reading recommendation. So you guys, if you're wanting to create a great offer, all right, the recommended reading is definitely $100 million offers. I haven't really seen anyone write a better book on offers yet. If you know of any, drop it in the chat. But this is literally the playbook. So if you guys are wanting more in-depth instruction on crafting offers, if you want to become legendary on creating offers, this is it. Okay, this is the playbook. Okay. Oh, we got Eddie Maloof in the chat. What up, Eddie? Good to see you, brother. Okay, so where are we starting here? Well, you guys, a lot of people, and dude, we see a lot of agencies. I talk to a lot of agencies. I look at a ton of websites, especially when I jump on sales calls with all the agencies that we talk to on a regular basis. And let me tell you, a majority of these agencies are positioned as commodity agency services. And this is the biggest problem that I see with a lot of agencies, especially the ones that are trying to gain traction, is that they're all commodity agency services. It really is a tough thing to get over because you want to be a generalist. You want to have a big total addressable market because you want to build a big agency, but you can't start there, in my opinion, right? And some people can do it successfully, but in my opinion, you can't be a commodity. You have to go back to that workshop that we talked about a couple weeks ago on positioning and niching down. Okay. And if you guys missed that, please go back and watch it because it is seriously a core fundamental. Okay. Because when you're a commodity agency, you're available anywhere, right? Anyone can offer what you're offering and you don't really stand out. Okay. So you're available anywhere. You have no niche positioning. And guys, I beat the dead horse, okay, multiple times on having a niche positioning. I don't think I really have to go down and explain it any further, but you guys know that a niche positioning is going to be way more powerful in you starting your agency and getting it up and running and getting it to its first $1 million than having no niche positioning at all. So please, I'm begging you, have a niche, okay? Go deep on it, all right? Be the best possible, right? Talk to Eddie Maloof about this, all right? Started niche, got broader. Okay. Did an excellent job of it. Started stacking different services, different offerings. Okay. Now he's freaking running 130 person team, 160 person team. I don't know. It's probably at 200 by now, to be honest. Okay. So with that being said, when we can do that, purchase is based off of price, not value. Okay. When we're not niche positioned, okay, we're going to be purchased off of price, not the value of our actual service. And that's not the place to be. Okay. That's what we consider a commodity service. We don't want to be the person who's like, oh, like, yeah, you're just like the cheapest price or you're too expensive. So we're going to go with someone else. Okay. Not a good place to be when it comes to your offering. So that's what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to avoid being a commodity service. Okay. It's not fun. But before we jump into it, we are actually going to revisit that niche positioning and pricing just a little bit because I think you guys, at the end of the day, if we don't readdress this at least a little bit, I think some people are just going to skip over this part. Okay, so we have 2 columns here that we're going to be covering here: service and price. Okay, and if you guys have read Alex Ramose's $100 million offers, he lays this out pretty clearly, but he lays it out for a different service. So I laid it out specifically for an agency service, the agency service we've been creating over the last few weeks. So over here, we have the general service. This is what I would consider a commodity service, is like organic content creation, right? That's the generalist service. That is the commodity service, right? And this is the perfect example over here. We've all seen this before, a little Fiverr, right? Little Fiverr starting at $20 per video, $10 per video, 30, $20, right? That's what we can probably get from this. Maybe up to $100 per video, but probably roughly looking at $1,000 per month. Okay. When you're just a generalist content creator for, I don't know, everything, right? Okay. Once again, it's commodity. A ton of people do it. You're not specialized at all. From there, we get a little bit more specified organic content creation specifically for entrepreneurs. Okay, maybe $1,000, $2,000 per month that you can charge for something like that. And once again, these are more estimates. Some people might be able to charge more, but for the most part, like if you're creating content, in my opinion, most people that are creating content are entrepreneurs, right? And so, with that being said, you might be able to get away with $1,000, $2,000. Okay, but we want to go more niche than that, and so that's where we drop into organic content creation for digital entrepreneurs, right? Okay, so we just niche down just a little bit more. $2,000 to $3,000 per month. But for me, our agency, organic content creation for digital female entrepreneurs who run 7 and 8-figure organizations. Okay. And then that's where we get into the higher price points. And even on this, we could potentially even go more niche than this if we really need to. Okay. So, with that being said, that's kind of where we're going. But this is just a perfect example of, hey, we need to go from being the generalist of, hey, we do organic content creation, and we need to get down to this here. Okay. Organic content creation for digital female entrepreneurs who run 7, 8-figure organizations. Right. And this is one of my favorite quotes right here by Dan Kennedy. There's no strategic benefit to being the second cheapest in the marketplace, but there is for being the most expensive, right? So we're looking to be expensive, right? It is a tactical advantage to be the most expensive service that you possibly can, right? Because it's going to stand out. People are going to be like, wow, why is he charging $5,000? Why is he charging $10,000 for this service? Okay. There's no strategic advantage for you being the person that charges $1,000 per month. Doesn't separate you from the competition. But if you're outpricing everyone, well, it gives you that strategic positioning, right? So don't be the Fiverr guys, okay? The Fiverr bandits. Don't be those guys, okay? We want to have that niche positioning. So visit that niche positioning. Take a look at your agency service. Are you a generalist or are you a specialist? And we always want to be the specialist, baby. We want to be the best at what we do, not just average, okay? All right, so let's actually dive into the offer. Building out the offer, where do we start? Well, the best place to start when building an offer is always problems and solutions, okay? And Hormozi has this famous thing called the value equation. So if you guys haven't read this yet, this is what it looks like. This is what was on the thumbnail of the video today. We have the dream outcome multiplied by the perceived likelihood of achievement divided by time delay and effort and sacrifice. And this will make more sense as we go a little bit deeper into this video today. But this equation becomes very important for you to know as you launch offers within your agency. Now, my favorite thing is one offer. You guys know this. One offer on one niche until $1 million. In my opinion, I don't like launching other offers until we hit that. So it's just personal preference there. You might have a different outlook on it, but we're doing one offer specifically around this. Cool. So we have to divide this up here. Okay. So the top half of the fraction and the bottom half of the fraction and actually talk about them. Okay. So the top half, people tend to spend the most time on the top half of the equation. It's pretty natural, okay? So the dream outcome, the perceived likelihood of achievement, that's where a majority of people start and end their offer creation. And we need to go a little bit deeper. We do need to hit the bottom side, but let's talk about the top half. This is essentially where the big claims come in, right? So the social proof, all of those pieces come in and kind of make people a commodity. Everyone does this. Everyone has case studies. Everyone has the big claims that their service is the one that is going to be the one that is for you, right? And can take you to the desired result that you're trying to get to because you've done it for other people. So that's where the big claims come in. We see everyone do this. Everyone flexes their Facebook ad accounts. Everyone flexes their organic reach for the clients that they're working with, right? We all see those. We all see the screenshots. So not saying it's bad, it's needed, but at the end of the day, it's not the only part of the equation we should focus on. You guys cool with that? Scuba in the cut. Let's go. Good to see you, Scuba. All right. So with that being said, you guys, we have to increase this. Okay. The top half of the equation. Okay. The goal is to increase this positioning here. Okay. And we'll talk a little bit more about what we're actually going to be increasing in just a second, but just know that the top half of the equation is something that we need to increase. Okay. Now on the bottom half of the equation, okay, keep that thought for a second. I'll go deeper in a second. Okay. On the second half of the equation, the bottom half, this is time delay and effort and sacrifice. Okay. Where the best offers are simply created. And the goal is to get these as close to zero as possible, right? So time delay. Okay. Amazon 101. Okay. Why do we love Amazon so much? Well, because they ship our stuff sometimes the same day, if not within one day. Okay. So we're trying to get that as close to zero as possible. But whatever the service is, we're trying to decrease the amount of time. Okay. And then on the effort and sacrifice side, once again, we're looking to get that as close to zero as possible. Okay. Now, doesn't mean that there isn't going to be any effort, any sacrifice specifically from the people that you serve. Okay. Chances are in most of your services, there is going to be a little effort and sacrifice needed from the other party. Okay. But the goal is to decrease that as much as possible because done for you services, people love done for you services, right? They're hiring you because they don't want to do it. So perception of bottom half of the equation is always to decrease it. Okay. So we want to increase the dream outcome, increase the perceived likelihood of achievement, and we want to decrease time delay and effort and sacrifice. If that makes sense, drop some thumbs up into chat. Thumbs up into chat. All right. So problems and solutions. Okay. Dream outcome, perceived likelihood of achievement, time delay, effort, and sacrifice. Okay. And we'll get a little bit further into problems and solutions in a minute, but keep that top of mind as we continue through this. Now, hey man, he said thumbs up, man. I love it. All right. So creating the dream outcome. Remember, we're trying to increase the likelihood of reaching the dream outcome. That's the first part of this value equation. Okay. A prospect's dream outcome is the expression of the feelings and experiences the prospect has envisioned in their mind. A little Hermosi quote for you guys to take home and get tattooed on yourself. Okay. And so the increase or decrease in relative standing when compared to others, socially or professionally. Okay. So we are looking for status here. So that's why a lot of people buy. Okay. It's going to be based off of the status and them feeling like they are making an edge or gaining an edge socially or professionally. And our content agency is going to help us increase our prospect status. Everyone loves content, right? Everyone wants nice looking content made for their business. And so that's what we're going to provide to them. Okay. It's going to be an increase in status. And we'll talk a little bit more about that and talking about a little bit of the psychology that goes behind this. Now, we got Mr. Gary V here. Okay. Mr. Attention is currency, right? We've heard this over the last few years is that we are now trading a currency of attention when it comes to social media, when it comes to, really anything of monetary value. This is going to be the currency coming forward, whether you believe it or not. There is some truth to this that, hey, we are fighting for attention on these social platforms, and the people that get the most attention are going to win. So it's kind of nice, especially for an offer around an organic agency, content agency, is that is what we're trading. The attention is the currency. Okay. And it's becoming more and more important. Tyler's, I'm literally going to kill both of you. Freaking killing me over here, Mr. Jerry B. Guys are killing me. All right. So let's chat on this a little bit more here. So I think it's really important to understand some of the psychology. I don't want to go too deep on this because otherwise I'll bore you guys to sleep. But if you guys haven't studied Maslow's hierarchy of needs, would highly recommend studying a little bit of that. Also alongside of some life force desires, if you're not familiar. But basically, you have to understand that humans desire certain things. Okay. And we have basic needs that need fulfilling. Okay. Whether that's a biological or physiological, food, sleep, water. Okay. Those are needs that we innately need as human beings. Okay. Other things that are a little bit more psychological. Okay. The basic needs along with this are safety. Okay. So security, health, finances, right? We want to be secure in those areas in life. Towards the top of the pyramid here, we have more of the psychological needs. So love and belonging, friendship, intimacy, family, connections. And then the close to the top here, we have esteem. And as a content agency, this is the part of the pyramid that we go after. Respect, status, recognition, strength, self-esteem. Okay. We're searching for that status, and content is becoming a symbol of status. And in order for you guys, or in order for us to win as a content agency, we're going to lean hard into this status. Okay. And then at the top here, self-fulfillment needs, meeting one's full potential, okay, in life. So study that pyramid. It's going to become really important. And down here, I put great content equals status, right? I'm sure you've seen, I don't know if Eddie's still in the group or not, but Eddie has been posting a ton of content. His content crushes, right? Like it looks great. It shows exactly what they're doing inside of their business. It shows a symbol of status, okay? Same thing with the content that we create. The whole idea is that that we create this not necessarily like elite status, but a status of, okay, Josh is constantly on our feed. Eddie is constantly on the feed, right? And we're creating this status of omnipresence. Okay. So with that being said, we're gaining more attention, okay, because that's currency that we're trading, and great content equals status. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys, and hopefully that this is starting to piece together just a little bit. But the psychological part becomes really important, especially as we start crafting the offer, and especially as we go to sell the offer. You guys cool with that? Sweet. Give me a Jerry B in the chat. All right. After that, we have to increase the perceived likelihood of achievement. Okay. Freaking Jerry B's in the chat. Let's go. You guys are killing me. All right. So creating the perceived likelihood of achievement. How likely does a prospect believe that they are making a purchase that will help them gain the result that they're looking for? Okay. Really, buying decisions come down to perceived likelihood of achievement. That's really what it comes down to. They feel like they're going to win with your service, then chances are they're going to buy it. Okay. There's some other factors in there. Okay. And part of those factors are all inside of that offer equation. But really that's what it comes down to. If you can make them feel like they're going to win under your offer, then chances are they're going to buy. And so for us, 4 core pillars that we need to really focus in on when creating perceived likelihood of achievement. Okay. Strong messaging, social proof, offer, and guarantees. Now, if you're a brand new agency starting from scratch, sorry, you don't have the social proof yet. You're just going to have strong messaging. You're going to have a strong offer, and you might have to tie some guarantees to it. Now, as you grow as an agency, you can start building in that social proof as you start winning for clients. But starting off, you're not going to have that. But the goal is to race to get to the point you have social proof. And the faster we can get there, the easier the offer is to sell, because people want to see that other people like them have had success inside of your program, inside of your agency, right? Whatever your service might be. So these 4 core pillars become extremely important for you guys to build out a strong offer. Okay. So strong messaging, social proof, offer, guarantees. If you're just starting, you just don't have social proof. If you're coming from another agency though, which I know a few of you in the chat are coming from other agencies and starting your own agency, lean on your agency experience that you gained from that other agency. Nothing wrong with that, in my opinion, right? Now, you might not be able to say clients directly that you worked with, but you better believe you could talk about the ad spend that you used, the content you created, okay? And a lot of those things, it's hard for, essentially other agencies to be, the agencies that you work for to be able to say, hey, you can't use that information, right? You worked on those accounts. That's your experience as well. So utilize that, especially as you're pitching clients that you worked with those types of clients. It's just going to give you a leg up on the competition. Okay. Yo, what's up, Caleb? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. So those 4 core pillars, gotta have them. Okay. Now let's go to the bottom half of the equation. So let's talk about time delay a little bit. Okay. Remember, the goal of time delay is to get it as close to 0 as possible. Now, can we actually get it to 0? No. Okay. Like, unless you have like a service that you can simply just trade of, hey, like you're switching like a login to a Kajabi course or something, and that's it. Okay, then the time delay is essentially 0. But a lot of you are offering some sort of services that the main result doesn't get out until 30 days later. But our goal is to minimize that time delay as much as possible, because people buy off speed more times than buying off price. So people will spend more to get it faster. So keep that in mind as you're crafting your offer. But from the time the client buys to receiving that promised benefit is what we really need to hone in on, right? And we should have a good idea of, from when the client buys from us, when that benefit rolls through. 30, 45 days. Okay. Normal for agency services. If we could do it sooner, I mean, you're just going to have a leg up. Okay. Not always possible though, right? Not always possible. So people buy for the long-term outcome, but what makes them stay is those short-term experiences, right? So we can pitch on, what the long-term outcome is all day. And truthfully, agency services, especially if you guys are doing media buying, especially if you guys are doing content creation, some of those results we know take a long time, take 90 days, take up to a year to get it ramped up to the point we want it to be, right? You can't just go into an ad account and spend, $30,000, right? Fresh new ad account. Can't just go in day one doing that. Be quickest way to lose a client, and I don't know, probably get sued. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we need to be tracking some of these short-term wins to make them feel like they're actually winning. Because when we have a longer time delay, which a lot of agency services do, we need to chunk down some of those wins and be able to say, hey, we're winning in the short term while still focused on the long-term goals. Okay, so keep that in mind. So, whole concept there, guys, get fast wins. So, whatever your services are, if you can get wins within the first 7 days, first 14 days, first 21 days, and actually be able to say, hey, like this is where we're winning this. And they don't even have to be that big of wins. It could be simply communicating that, hey, accounts are set up. We got your account set up in the first 7 days, right? That's a win. We got you fully on board in the first 7 days. It might not sound like a win to us because we're in it day to day, but it's a win for our client when they get onboarded within the first 48 hours of them paying. Hey, we're fully on the onboarding process now. We're done. We're going to start activating campaigns. We're going to have campaigns activated within the next 5 days, right? 8 days, we're spun up and ready to roll, right? So we're just tracking some of those wins, some of those milestones that we're hitting along the process in order to make our clients feel that we're getting that short-term win, that short-term experience, but we still have the long-term outcome in mind. Cool. So for us, this might be like, hey, you're going to get your first 10 reels within 14 days, right? So as a content agency, we're going to get those first 10 reels within the first 14 days. Cool. That's a quick win. That's fast. 10 reels in 14 days. That's moving. And once again, most will pay for fast over free. So when we can't rely on our experience, when we can't rely on certain parts of this equation, we can decrease time delay and win on time delay alone. Okay. Hopefully that's making sense. Is this boring? You guys sleeping? You guys ready for bed? I can just stop here if you guys want. Reels are king. Yeah. So good. We got to put it up. It's staying up there. All right. Last part of the equation here. Okay. Effort and sacrifice. The other thing that we're looking to decrease in this equation. So we're going to lower the effort and sacrifice that the client actually has to put into working with us, right? Should be as low as possible. Especially in an agency service that's done for you, effort and sacrifice should be very minimal. The most effort and sacrifice they're putting in should probably be on onboarding, and that's about it. Outside of that, relatively low. And in an ideal world, the client says yes, and the dream outcome would happen without any extra effort from them, right? So they say, yep, we're rolling. Let's do it. Let's get signed up. Let's get paid. And then after that, they don't put in any extra effort. Their biggest effort is making sure that there's money in the bank account to pay for your service. That is the dream outcome. But at the end of the day, this isn't realistic with agency services, but we can get pretty close. Okay. This is why we charge a premium for done for you services versus do it yourself, right? If you were just teaching people how to do content, hey, we just couldn't charge as much. So done for you services, you're just going to be able to charge more for. Okay. And the client doesn't have all of the effort and sacrifice at that point. And if an expert does it, it will increase their likelihood of achievement, right? And that's what you guys are for. You guys are experts in your craft. And so when you have a done for you service and you're an expert in your craft, you get to charge the premium and then you get to lower the effort and sacrifice that your clients put in to the service. Hopefully that's making sense so far. Phase 1. Questions on phase 1 so far. We haven't even got into the offer build yet. And this will actually take longer than just this stream to craft the full offer. But this is the beginning. And these are the key aspects that you should really know when crafting your offer. So hopefully you guys are seeing the importance of why we started on the niche positioning a few weeks back and why we started dialing this in. Because without it, we're going to have a commodity service, right? So revisit that niche positioning if you need to. Without it, you're not going to charge the prices that you want. You're going to be the commodity service that just doesn't get the attention it needs and deserves, right? Because you guys are great practitioners. Cool. Let's move. Offer creation phase 2. Now we actually start identifying aspects of the ratio, okay, or the fraction up top here, the value equation. And the first part is just identifying the dream outcome. Yeah. And Hermosi puts it as selling the vacation. Okay. We're not going to sell them on the plane ride. We're not going to sell them on going through security and having to go through TSA and waiting 3 hours at the Denver airport and almost missing your flight. We're going to sell the destination. Okay. And I'm not selling content. I'm selling the outcome of content, especially in the example of the agency that we're building. So essentially, what I'm going to be selling is, hey, we're going to 10x your impressions in 8 weeks. Sounds too good to be true, right? But we're going to 10x your impressions in 8 weeks. And if you start posting reels consistently, that's actually a relatively easy thing to do, especially if you have someone that isn't posting regularly and isn't consistent on content creation. 10xing your impressions in 8 weeks is honestly, you could probably 10x your impressions within the first month, usually, right? So with that being said, maybe that's going to be part of the offer. 10x your impression in 8 weeks. That's the dream outcome. That's the vacation I'm pitching. Okay. So just an idea. Might not be perfect, but at the end of the day, that's what we're going to be pitching on. Got to connect the dots here. That was bothering me. All right. From there, we're going to list our problems. Okay. So we talked about this up here, right? Problems and solutions. That's what we're going to hit on down here because we need to list the problems and solution to start designing our value equation. Right. Okay. So the traditional way of creating content. So this is all the problems that we're going to run into. Content prep. Everyone hates prepping for content. No one likes writing scripts. No one likes looking at inspiration for content. No one likes creating topics for all the videos. Nobody enjoys doing that. I don't enjoy doing it. I put this mural board together for an hour and a half last night before bed. It was not fun at all. I would love for someone to do it for me. Now, there's an expertise that comes with it. So at the end of the day, there will be a learning curve involved in that. Sorry, I'm sitting down now. There will be a learning curve involved with that. But at the end of the day, that is a headache for people creating content. Okay. Getting the inspiration, looking through inspiration to see like, hey, like, what type of thumbnail should we create specifically for this video? What other videos that are similar can we take inspiration from in order to create a great thumbnail? Creating topics for all those videos and then actually scripting them out. You're talking a couple hours of effort for one YouTube video and, for 30 reels. Like that's a decent amount of work. So after that, okay, more problems. Filming the content. You actually have to press record and film, right? Takes time, takes effort, especially if you're in a little bit of a funk that day and you're like, dang, like I can't even get the words out. Jumbling all my words, trying to talk to the camera, getting frustrated. Okay. Another problem. And then after that, you got to actually take the freaking card, the SD card out of the camera. And you got to upload that thing to Google Drive. That's annoying too. Okay. That's a problem. And then editing content. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started here. Okay. This is the most time consuming part. Sorting through all the footage, right? Organizing it into a project management software, editing the content, doing the revisions on the content, right? These are all things that people don't like doing. And honestly, there's probably a lot more on this list. I made this list relatively quick, but these are all the annoying things about creating content. And then lastly, posting content. You know how much content I've made and didn't post because it was just, I don't know, it's too time consuming. I don't have time to post my content. Okay. Creating that posting schedule, writing the copy for captions, descriptions, right? These are all the problems that come with creating content and that we need to solve in our solutions list. Okay. So this list of problems is what we build off of. Make it as long as you can. Make as many problems as you can, because at the end of the day, what we're actually going to do is we're going to create delivery on these specific items. Okay. Now, list of solutions. Here it is down here. This is how we're going to do it, baby. This is how we're going to solve all the problems. Okay, we're not going to solve all of them, but we're going to solve some of them. That way we are lowering as much as possible. What are we lowering? Effort and sacrifice. We're going to do our best to lower effort and sacrifice as much as possible. So, list of solutions. So for content prep, we're going to have content inspiration Slack channel. Ooh, that sounds cool. Okay, that's done for you. We're going to drop inspiration into that Slack channel every single day. Like clockwork, baby. You're going to have so much inspiration, you're not even going to know what to do with it. So that's one of the solutions we're going to bring to the table. We're going to have monthly one-on-one topic generation calls. It's a done with you part of the service. It's going to take a little bit of effort and sacrifice, but we're going to come alongside of you and we're going to show you content that is working specifically in your niche. And we're going to do topic generation calls to get you set up and get you in the right frame for creating content for your next month. And then we're going to create a do-it-yourself scripting templates for easy plug-and-play scripts. Ooh, okay. And for us, we're going to create that. That way they have something to go off of. They're not just creating scripts out of the blue. We're going to make sure that they're getting the right hooks in there. They got some call to actions at the end. Oh man, their content's going to be so good because they're going to have this template that they're going to go off of and create all their content from. It's going to help them out tremendously. You guys buying in on this? I might buy this service right now. You guys want to buy in? $5,000 a week. That's how much it costs. Jump in. DM me and we'll get you signed up today. All right. And then filming content. Press record and film the content. Guys, it's do it yourself. Okay. Dang. You got to actually press the record button. I can't do that for you. You got to press the record button, but we can help you with the prep, but you got to actually record the content. Okay. So that's an increase in effort and sacrifice, but that's kind of part of the game and part of the agency game sometimes. And then upload raw content to Google Drive. Dang. You got to do it yourself too. Okay. You got to do it yourself too. You got to upload that stuff because I can't come down to your office for you, right? Especially if you live in a different state, because we got to be able to take clients all over the country, all over the world. So I can't actually upload that raw content for you. Got to do that yourself. But we can give you some best practices on how to do all that stuff, right? We'll have a little course on how to press film and record your content, all the lighting strategies. Hey, your content's going to look crispy, but you got to get behind it and actually do it. So there's not much we can do on the filming content side, unfortunately, especially for an organic content agency, but we could do our best. We can give them some resources to help them succeed. Hopefully that's making sense. Feeling good, Cam? Yeah, feeling great. All right. Editing content. This is where we come in, baby. This is where we're the hero. This is where we shine. Okay, we're going to sort through all your footage for you. Okay, don't even worry about organizing it. Just throw the whole thing, throw the whole bitch inside the Google Drive. We got it covered. Okay, we're going to sort through all that footage. We're going to organize it for you. We're going to label it. It's going to be so organized. Oh, it's going to look great. Right, Tyler? We're going to organize all that footage. It's going to be beautiful, man. Yeah. Oh, we're going to outsource it. Okay, we're going to outsource it ourselves. All right, so the footage, we're going to do it for you. Okay, we're going to sort through it. We're going to make sure it gets organized appropriately, and you guys have access to those raw files. From there, we're going to organize it in our own internal project management software. You're not even going to have to worry about the project management side because we're going to handle that for you. We got it. Leave it to us. This is a white glove service. Okay, no stress on your shoulders. And then we're going to edit your content. Okay, we're going to take that content. We're actually going to edit it for you. We're going to do all the revisions you want. Okay, unlimited revisions. You let us know what you want change. You don't like the font, we'll change the font. You don't like the color, we'll change the color. You don't like the clips, we'll rearrange the clips and make it better for you. All right, boom, crushing it. Okay, we're going to do all the revisions for you. And then posting content, the last part here, posting content. Okay, we're going to create a posting schedule for you. All right, we're just going to do it for you. Don't even worry about posting your content. We'll do it for you. We already got the assets. We already have all your content edited and ready to roll. We're going to do it for you. And then we're going to write the copy as well. Okay, we're going to use some Chat GPT. Don't worry about us sounding dumb. We're not going to sound dumb. We got Chat GPT in our back pocket. We got the smartest AI on the planet writing our titles and captions for us. Okay, we got you. Make me sound like a marketing genius. That's going to be our prompt to Chat GPT. Write me a caption on this video. Make me sound like make me sound like Eddie Malouf. Okay. Dude, I'm telling you, content would crush. all right, that problem probably won't work. But you could probably pull some famous marketers down, which Eddie, you're a famous marketer in my books, brother. But you could pull some famous marketers down and say, hey, make me sound like this person. Make me sound like Elon Musk. Make me sound like Thanos. Okay. Those are things you can do inside of ChatGPT. It's wild. All right. So content prep. That's how we're going to essentially lower their investment on time or effort and sacrifice. Right? ChatGPT enters the chat. Whoa. That's like Inception. All right. And then from there, we're going to start designing our delivery cube. Okay. So we listed our problems. We listed our solutions. And now we're going to organize a delivery cube. What's a delivery cube? Well, it's from Alex Hormozy's $100 million offers. Okay. And this is what it looks like. There's certain aspects that we have to dial in here. We have personal attention. We have consumption, effort level, speed, support, and then 10x or to 1/10. Okay. So let's start on the personal attention side. How are we actually going to deliver this amazing value that we just created inside of our offer? Well, chances are there's going to be some one-on-one aspects because, we got to give everyone a little bit of one-on-one attention with this, especially when it comes to the content and prep side. Okay. Monthly one-on-one topic generation calls. Who wouldn't want to attend one of those? Okay. We're going to do that one-on-one with them. Going to make sure that they're set up. There might be some small group trainings as well. Maybe some of these things that we could do when it comes to content inspiration. Maybe we could do like a group call on content inspiration. Maybe we could do some content scripting group calls where you get a partner and you guys get a little bit more personal attention that way. You guys can script things together. Okay, so there's areas that we could do some small group and one-on-one. Probably won't do one-to-many on this one. Just doesn't work out for us. Okay, just not something that we're probably going to do. And then from there, we'll move down to effort level. Okay, we'll have a hybrid. Okay, DIY, do it yourself. DWY, done with you. DFY, done for you. Okay, it's probably going to be a hybrid between a little bit of do it yourself, a little bit of done with you, a little bit of done for you. Okay, editing will be done for you, done with you. We'll do some of that topic generation, getting the wheels turning on the content you want to create. But hey, you got to shoot the content. So this is going to be a hybrid of the effort level that we're going in at. We can't do a full service, especially if we're a content agency. Now, if we were doing like just local, maybe we could do all of it done for you, where it's like, hey, we'll actually come in and we'll film. But that would be an epic price point, right? You're gonna have to lower that total addressable market dramatically by doing that. Okay, so we're gonna teach people how to think, not what to think, right? And then lastly here, what's the support look like? Well, we're going to get them a Slack channel, do some Zoom calls, get them organized and ClickUp, give them a little dashboard, all that good stuff. So maybe that's what the support looks like on our side. Maybe your support looks different. Maybe you're using different applications, WhatsApp, Discord, right? Bunch of different options there when it comes to communication and support. And then consumption. What does it look like? Are we just going to be sending them audio messages? Are there going to be some video modules that they can go through? Probably. Are there going to be some written scripts? Probably. Some templates? Probably. Okay, so consumption will probably be through video and written. And speed? Okay, what's our communication speed look like? We available 24/7? We're going to answer within 5 minutes? We're going to answer in 24 hours? Maybe we only answer between 9 to 5? Okay, we're probably going to answer between 9 to 5. Well, after hours, no need for that. Okay. We'll answer between 9 to 5. We got you. We got good support. And then from there, the 10x to 1/10 value. So 10x, for 10x the price, what would you specifically provide? So this is just a great measurement of, are we providing enough? Is there enough value? So if you 10x the price point on your service, say our service is 5,000. If we 10x that, it's a $50K service. Okay. What would we provide? Okay. We're going to put it through that measurement. And then 1/10 of the price. Okay. So if it was $500, how would you still make them successful with a $500 price point? Okay. Just a good little exercise to put yourself through and put your offer through to see, would it still hold weight at $50,000? Would it still hold weight at $500? Cool beans. Bo, does that sound good? Scuba is killing me today, man. Like, he's just got my energy down because He's usually just blowing up chat, and I could just feel him being real passive. He's probably working on something else right now, buying some ads, being busy, you know. And normally he's just hyping me up in the chat, just going nuts. That sounds lit as frick. Hell yeah, bro. Let's go. A rare Scuba L. Facts. Jeez. Scuba, we're not coming after you or anything, but, you know, we love you, bro. All right. And then we got to trim and stack a little bit. So once we got the delivery cube down, we got some solutions. We got to trim and stack this down. Okay, so what does this actually look like when we start putting together a little bit of an offer? And then you guys will organize the final offer on the next stream, because this is a lot to take in. And as I've explained in previous streams, I want you guys to actually go and apply some of this stuff. And if I just overload you, it's probably gonna be really tough for you to stay caught up. Okay, because like this stuff takes like, this took me 2 hours to build out for a pretend agency I'm not even building. Okay, jeez, the Scuba's going nuts in the chat right now. All right, so trim and stack here. Trim down the delivery solutions. We technically already did that over here. We already trimmed those down. Okay, and then turn them into a high value deliverable. High value deliverable. So this is what it would end up looking like. Okay, so on the content prep side, we asked the question, how anyone can prep content fast and easy. Man, we have our foolproof content ideation system. Sheesh, that sounds pretty good. Okay, I'd buy into that. Foolproof. Okay, most people are fools, man. You got to make it foolproof. Content ideation system. We're going to have our one-on-one content ideation orientation. You get this orientation every single time that you sign up for our services. We're going to make sure that you guys are in alignment on the best way to prep for your content. Okay, we're going to do that orientation call. And then after that, we're going to do monthly ideation one-on-one calls with you guys. Okay, we're going to do plug and play scripting pack. You're going to get the scripting pack. Man, you guys are going to have all the different ways that we're going to script content. You're going to get the YouTube pack. You're going to get the short form reels, shorts, and TikTok pack. You're going to get the Twitter pack for some written content. That's a bonus, by the way. We don't normally include that. That's just strictly a bonus. It's so good. You guys are going to love it. And then we're going to have the community ideation Slack channel, where you're going to have all these entrepreneurs ideating on content with you. They're going to drop their ideas on content that they're going to be posting. You're going to be so inspired. You're going to be freaking doing jumping jacks every morning, jumping out of bed. Bonus wings, dude. It's that bonus wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay? You love to see it. Jumping Jackson, dude. Jumping Jackson. That's what I'm saying. You guys are going to be a bunch of jumping Jacksons out there. That was good. All right. Filming content. How anyone can film 30 pieces of short form content in 2 hours. You guys are killing me today. All right. 30 reels in 2 hours production guide. That's what we're going to call it. 30 reels in 2 hour production guide. So when you guys go and create content, remember, we're trying to minimize what? 2 things: time delay and effort and sacrifice. Okay. This takes care of both. Okay. Because you're going to be able to do this in 2 hours, and we're decreasing your effort and sacrifice. Okay. You're only going to have to put in 2 hours of effort a month to get your 30 reels out. That's it. We're going to crank, baby. Okay. So you're going to get our one-on-one production ready setup call. Okay. We're going to make sure you're primed and ready to go. And if you're not primed and ready to go, we're going to help you get there. Okay. We're holding your hand. We're going to get these 30 reels done. You're going to have a piece of content to post every single day of the week. Production best practices training. Okay, we're actually gonna do a one-on-one training with you. This is a one-off. Okay, we're gonna get your lighting set up. We're gonna get your camera set up the way it needs to be. We're gonna make sure that you are looking crisp and fine, baby. Okay, so you're gonna get the production best practices training. You're also going to get the 30 reels in 2 hours training. Exactly how we create 30 reels in 2 hours like clockwork. Sounds pretty damn good to me. Okay, that's the filming content side. Okay, what are we doing here? We're minimizing the effort and sacrifice needed specifically on this service. Okay. Editing content, completely done for you post-production. And then personally branded, done for you post-production, basically the same thing, right? but it's personally branded. And I'm sure I could make a more creative name. I'm not gonna lie, I did this at like 11 p.m. last night, so I'm sure I could come up with something more more creative than this. But that's what I came up with at that time. Okay. We're gonna have the A to Z done for you post-production team. They are the most gangster team on the planet. We got Tyler Lee in the cut. We got Mr. Cam in the cut, right? They're gonna be editing your content. You guys are gonna be blown away. They're gonna use fonts that no one's ever used before. They're gonna use all the memes and emojis that you want. The boneless pizza offer. Scuba. I love it. Okay. So the production team, they're going to crush for you. Okay. We're going to get those 30 reels back to you ASAP within 14 days. Okay. One-on-one brand guideline onboarding. You guys, we're not just going to edit your content. We're going to know you intimately. We're going to know you intimately, right? Okay. We're going to know you and your brand. We're going to know what colors are going to be in your brand guidelines. We're going to know what fonts you use. We're going to know what, hey, are you a meme style content creator? Are you a more serious, Jordan Peterson style content creator? What does it look like? Okay. We're going to make intimate. We are, right? Intimate, Scuba. You're signing up. I'll send you the chat. It's going to be an OnlyFans. That's actually where we're going to have the chat set up. OnlyFans. Okay. Caleb's ready to buy. Get him in. Okay. And then posting content completely done for you posting. So custom caption done for you daily posting. You could tell I started to get tired here because it got less creative as we went down the offer stack. It's very clear. It's very clear. I got very tired. Okay. So done for you catchy cat. I can't even say it. Done for you catchy captions. I thought that was creative. I thought that was clever. Okay. Done for you catchy captions. And then done for you daily posting schedule. We're going to make sure that posts are going out daily for you. Okay. See how we took all of the problems that we listed out at the beginning here and we just made them sound so simple. Josh the Rizzler. Dang, that's going to be for Halloween. The Rizzler. All right. So see how we just made all of this so much more simple, so much easier. Step one, profit. You guys are killing me today. All right. We lowered the amount of time delay and effort and sacrifice. So that whole section was literally on these pieces here. We didn't even really talk too much about creating a perceived likelihood of achievement and creating a dream outcome, because a lot of that's done through strong messaging and social proof, right? That's not necessarily around the offers. But when we can decrease time delay and effort and sacrifice, well, sweet. 30 reels in 2 hours, right? All of these things start to come into play of having a strong offer. You don't need very big muscles. I mean, look at me. I got little muscles, right? So hopefully that's helpful, guys. Questions, comments, concerns, epiphanies, takeaways. Curious to hear what you guys think of this. Once again, this is not something that I created. Well, I created the Miro board, but this all comes from $100 million offers. If you guys haven't read this book, get in there. What are you doing? It's 99 cents on Kindle. So if you haven't read this, there's no excuse. 99 cents. I'll buy it for you if you want me to. I won't buy it for you, but you should buy it. Nick Lauer, what's up, dude? Hope you're doing well. You guys, let's get some questions going. You guys can also come into the old stream here if you guys are wanting a little invite. I'll drop a link and you guys can join up and we can ask questions. If Eddie Maloof is here, I'm sure he might jump up. We'll see. We'll see if he comes and says yellow. You want the Miro link, Bo? I got you. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. You guys on the Miro board, remember, please don't move stuff. And if you move stuff and you mess something up, try to undo it. And if you can't undo it, just message me and I'll undo it for you. But at the end of the day, I do make copies of these. I make copies of these so you guys don't can't mess it up too bad, right? So I can always copy it back in. So you guys feel free to take any of this. Last week we had a bunch of templates and things that you could utilize. So hopefully you guys got those downloads. They're still here. If you guys are looking for downloads, one-page impact plan, go check out that stream if you haven't checked it out yet. while we're here and while 10 of you are still active, because I'm sure some of you will leave because it's kind of the end of the stream, we're just getting into Q&A now. Leave a like. That would be super helpful. And if you're new to the stream, consider subscribing because we do this every week and we've done it almost every week for 2 years now. And would love for you to come back and join us sometime. We talk about a bunch of different topics. So yeah, that's my call to action today. All right, let's jump in here. Is this more of a back end or is it client facing, Caleb? So as of right now, it is more of a back end, right? Now, some of these things will eventually be client facing, but for the most part, with agency services, you're not going to be like, hey, you're going to get the one-on-one production ready setup call. You're going to get the production best practices training. You're going to get the 30 reels in 20 hours training, right? A lot of times, you're not going to like actually show that in the offer. Sometimes you will, but for the most part, you're not going to like build up the stack and like actually present it to them. And it'll make more sense next week when we kind of solidify and finalize the offer. But for the most part, no, you're not going to really present this client facing. But if people ask about it, and you're trying to, if they have questions specifically on filming content, yeah, like we have our 30 reels in 2 hours training that we're actually going to put you through. It's super helpful. And like you will present part of it. But not necessarily like in a list view like this. Like you can build it out in a sales deck. You can bring it up at certain points of the conversation if you're not using sales decks. So it's not necessary to be like, hey, like this is all the stuff that you're gonna get. I don't know. I just that's not normally how I do the sales side of the calls. Like if people ask specific questions on it, then of course we'll bring it up. Okay. But this stack will make more sense next week when we put it into an actual like sellable offer. Okay. But this is like the starting point, and we need to get this far before we actually send this out to clients. So this is the starting point. We'll finalize it next week. We couldn't get all the way through it, and I wanted to make sure you guys had time to work on some of these other activities. Okay. Lee Schmedia. What's one piece / style of content that converts most? YouTube reels, ads, etc. What's one piece / style of content that converts most? I don't know, converts most on what exactly? I'm not 100% sure, but I would say anything short form is crushing right now. So YouTube Shorts, Reels, TikToks, they're going to get the most amount of attention right now. They're just, I think it's slowed down a little bit, but for the most part, I think YouTube is going to be the biggest play for most people in this year, especially with YouTube landing an NFL deal. It is going to get a lot more attention this year than it ever has, especially with the NFL coming over there. That's just a prediction. That's not a fact, but that's what I think. Caleb, someone else go and stream. I go every time. Oh, well, dude, you can come in here if you want to. If you guys want to come hang out on the stream, ask some questions, you can come on live with me. I'll drop the link again just in case you guys missed it, but it is in chat. Come hang. If you guys want access to the mural board, I see a couple of you guys dancing around in here. You can get access to the mural board. It's up in chat where it says Miro. iPhone charger? Yeah, right here. Give it to me. I did. You missed it. You can go back and watch the replay though. All right, let's answer a couple more questions here. Uba brutally smacked the like button. I love that. What's your opinion? What's your opinion on flat agency fees versus performance based and working that into your offers? So, Bo, it's a mixed bag for me. I love retainers. I would never, this is just my opinion. I know a lot of people that do performance pay, but I would never run an agency that was just performance, because there's just, in my opinion, like there's just too much, there's not enough predictability in it. I like to have a good understanding of what my retainers are going to be coming in on a month-to-month basis. So for me, I love an agency fee, and if you can fit in a performance fee with it, awesome. Like that's great, because they're, obviously you have some skin in the game at that point. So it is nice to have a mix. It is a little bit easier to sell because if you win, or if they win, the client wins, you win, right? So performance is great. as far as just performance, I just don't like just performance. I don't think it's predictable enough. Um, you know, at the end of the day, like the hope is that you always perform, but the truth of the matter is sometimes you don't perform. So, that's my opinion. I like just flat agency fees. I don't like calculating performance. I think simple scales. So normally, if I'm going to offer anything, it's just going to be a flat retainer fee. It's just personally what I like to do, because then I know exactly what's coming in. Thanks, Eddie. Love you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Short term focus on monthly recurring revenue. Then yes, I mean monthly recurring revenue. So let's talk about monthly recurring revenue for a second. So one thing that I often see with a lot of our agency clients is they tend to go some sort of like 3-month agreement and then they just roll into month to month. I think it's really poor practice when it comes to running an agency. Just from a standpoint of, yeah, it feels like it's a feel good for a lot of clients, but if your if your goal is to sell the agency one day, you will not get the multiple you want having a month to month service. People buy agencies for predictable future cash flow. They do not buy agencies on a hope that you keep your clients, because 1 month you could lose all of your clients technically. Like that, there is a chance that could happen. Is it likely? No, it's a very low probability, but that's the risk that you take with having month to month agreements. And if your goal is to ever sell your agency, then you need to have be able to show a chart of future cash flows for your business, and agreements are, legally bound that, hey, we're going to see this through this date. And sometimes, people break agreements. That happens all the time. Normally, we don't even, bat an eye at it. It's like, hey, they didn't want to work with us anymore. Chances are we don't want to work with them. So we'll just wipe our hands clean. We'll have a clean break, and nothing really happens unless it's like, a really massive contract that they're breaking. But at the end of the day, um, for me, I really look for monthly recurring revenue. It makes me feel safe and comfy. And it allows us to make better decisions for our business, especially when we know what's coming in on a month to month basis, and we can make better hiring decisions based off of that. We can make better scaling decisions based off of that. So I'm a big fan of locking in monthly recurring revenues. I'm a big fan of long-term contracts. Make them 12 months, make them 24 months, whatever we can get locked in place. I am there for it. Right. I know a lot of people that don't, that's their secret. That's their secret sauce. Like, oh, we don't lock our clients into long-term agreements. Well, I hope your goal isn't to sell your agency, because you're going to get a pretty shit multiple for it. Okay. You'll get a multiple. It won't be a very high one. Okay. People want to see future cash flows. Yo, Dylan, what's up, dude? Yo, Dylan, speaking at agency founders, Hydra Council, this year, and I'm super stoked on it. He should speak at agency founders too, because he's that talented. Client success on point always. Caleb dropping some stuff in chat. I think it was supposed to come through as emojis, but it didn't come through as emojis on my side for some reason. Caleb had another question here. Do you have recommendations for the agreement structure? What is the best way to approach that? Um, what do you mean by agreement structures exactly, Caleb? So the way that we structure agreements, we upload them into DocuSign. Do you give a discount? Oh, okay. Do you give a discount for larger month-to-month contracts? No, not really. I mean, sometimes we do. I think back in the agency days, we used to do that. Like kind of give a little bit more of a discount. I would rather give a discount for a paid in full over a longer term contract, though. Okay, we always prioritize cash. So if someone's going to pay me 3 months in advance, I'll give them a little discount on a paid in full. But normally, longer term agreements don't dictate a a discount for me, because people walk away from agreements all the time. That happens. So I'm not going to give a discount based off of a longer term agreement, but I will give a discount based off of a paid in full. So that's my answer. I don't know if that answered this question. Is this a separate question, Caleb? Do you have recommendations for the agreement structure? What's the best way to approach that? Or was that a double question? Like, do you give discounts for larger month to month contracts? Curious. We are looking for sponsors for Hydra Council. So Scuba, come through, dude. We are looking for sponsors right now. We have a few that we're in conversations with, but no one has pulled the trigger. Tickets, I don't want to say they'll go live tomorrow because I've been saying that they're going to go live for some time, but our hope is that they go live tomorrow. So you guys, the website is fire, and we just got it finished up today. We're just figuring some stuff out on Stripe still to make sure that we can collect payments appropriately and make sure it's not all messed up. But yeah, Hydra Council tickets will be going on sale hopefully tomorrow, if not by Monday, because we have a little social push we have to do as well. Scoop is now the keynote speaker at Agency Founders. You won't do it. You won't be the keynote. All right, Dylan, live from an airplane. We'll see how long the Wi-Fi lasts. Thanks for tuning in, bro. I appreciate you. Whatever it takes to get to agency therapy. Okay, Caleb answered your question. Cool. Good stuff. You guys, what other questions do we have? Comments, concerns, whatever you got for me. Lay it on me. If you guys want to join in on the stream. Caleb, how can I get a ticket? Tickets will go on sale soon. Clients do get discounts on tickets, Caleb. So, I know you've been looking. I know we had a few chats. So you get a pretty massive discount on coming to the event if you do want to come. So just let me know. But tickets will go on sale regardless. You probably, honestly, it'd probably be Monday because we have to do a little social push. And we need our speakers to kind of be in alignment on that social push. Okay. True dedication. Dill, you're the most dedicated person I know. Don't tell Michael that. Cool, guys. Other questions? Anyone want to chat a little bit more? This thing added a new feature for QR codes. That's kind of cool. Does this pop up? Oh, that's dope. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do next week. I'm gonna have a QR code up here where you can go buy tickets for Hydra Council if you guys are trying to come. That one was a donate button. Don't click that. Awesome. I don't see any more questions coming through. I feel like that was a solid one today. I felt like I moved through information quickly, but
The energy was there.
the energy was there. Scuba was there. We're feeling great. So, you guys, for next week, we will be going a little bit further into the offer creation. Once again, we didn't cover all of it today. It's a donate to Josh. I don't need your money. All right. Next week, we'll be going into offer creation a little bit further. So, if you enjoyed this part of the stream, please work on these exercises for your agency because as you guys continue to work on these, it's only going to progress further and further on each stream. So, take some time, actually work on this stuff. These are principles that scale. Like this is what we did within our agency. Grew to multiple 7 figures and sold it. So if you guys are like, oh, does this stuff actually work? Is this like, does Josh actually know what he's talking about? Like it worked for me. I can tell you that it worked for me. It might not work for you, but at the end of the day, this is stuff that has scaled our businesses. We've done multiple businesses under this type of structure. Our consultancy is based off of this. The agency that we ran is based off of this, and the 35 clients that we work with on a daily basis is all based on this stuff. So these are proven models to work. So apply them. Okay. Don't just come and do the easy action and just watch. Application is the most important thing that you can do after this stream. All right, crew. Dylan, appreciate the support, man. Be safe traveling. You guys be safe wherever you're at this week. Enjoy the weekend. If you guys need anything, don't hesitate to hit me up. Much love. We'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe.